What's up, guys? David here, 122. I got my buddy Ryan, and it's the A version of my 2K Q&A.
You're dumb.
Hooray!
Yeah. I don't know what I expected.
Yes! All right. Without further ado, I'm not going to dick around and just going to get right into it, because these end up being really long if I do that.
All right, first one.
Okay.
From Arthurius629.
All right.
Have you ever had a near-death experience?
Yes, I was like probably 14, 15.
Okay.
I was sledding during the winter, and my sled took a weird veer into a pile of sticks that were just cut down from a tree, and one of the branches, about that big around, was cut to a point.
So someone was trying to kill unsuspecting sledders.
Yes, and and so I veered into it, and I at the last second noticed I was about to hit this thing, so I laid back in the sled, and it scuffed my nose. It would have hit me square in the chest.
Well, alrighty then. Yeah, that would have sucked.
Yes.
All right. Next one. JC Owens. Do you think it's possible to fit some of the Monarch engine in UAs? Don't want to give on UAs just yet.
Yeah, I mean, the Vassals probably
Yeah,
work.
because I think they give you another tribute summon, so that'd be cool rebounder to get more.
Yeah, we actually looked into them briefly, but because they've been OCG for so long, we kind of just didn't bother.
I did hear that they were good, so it's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah.
All right, so a couple of you guys asked similar questions. Pretty much favorite deck / card. So, I guess what is your favorites of the Yugis?
All right, as far as cards are concerned, my favorite card is probably Mirror Force, because
It's always a Mirror Force.
it's always Mirror Force. It was probably the first ultra rare I ever pulled out of a pack back when I was a wee tot.
Probably have to go with like Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, because my first deck was a kind of cobbled together Heradic Chaos Dragon.
I remember that.
And I think he was my first secret that Dave got for me. It was damaged, so
It was cheap.
it was cheap, which was awesome. Love my damage stuff. Just getting into the game. That was one of my first decks, so that was a lot of fun.
Cool.
How about favorite extra deck monster?
Extra deck monster would be probably Gagaga Cowboy.
Okay. Just because you've ended so many games with him?
Yeah, more that, and like, it's such a relief when you're playing a game and you're like, all right, he's got like 500 life points. I can make a rank 4. Do I have Cowboy in there? Yes, I thought to put it in here. Because when you don't have it, you're like, ah.
Take him out for space, and then you need him. Yeah.
You need him. Yeah.
I would have to go with Felgrand, the Dragon Knight.
Rank 8.
Yeah. I was playing again with the dragons, and every time I played him, I found new uses for him, and he came in handy so many times. A very versatile card.
He's very good.
What was the very first deck you played when you started Yu-Gi-Oh?
It would be starter deck Yugi.
Mine, like I said, was kind of a Blue Eyes Heretics that slowly morphed into a Chaos build.
You started much later than I did.
Much later, like, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, as
Now?
opposed
Maybe
to
2 years?
as opposed to
2 years
when I
ago?
was, like,
So what are you currently playing as your favorite current deck?
my favorite current deck.
Since you have like 50 of them circulating at once.
It's whatever I'm playing. I really like my kaijus. I wish they were better, but that's probably that. I really like my kaijus.
I'm currently playing Odd Eyes Magicians, like the last profile we did, and I really like that one. That's kind of my current and most fun. The versatility with the synchros and the speedroids. Okay, here's a very important one. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
The little horses, because
you can like kick them.
you can like kick them and step on them. Like
Yeah.
the big duck would just eat you.
Yeah. Who would win a swag off between Yugi Nono and Asian Eyes?
I mean, Yugi Nono is my friend, so I want to say him.
He has no swag.
He has no swag. He's
Asian Eyes has like a cap that says swag.
yeah, it does.
I mean,
that gold hat.
That's
See, like Yugi Nono, he's too real and grounded. There's nothing swaggish about that.
Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, for that question. Kind of going off of that, who is your favorite Yugi tuber that is not well known?
It's not well known.
And then you can follow that up with who is well known.
Well, I really like the Duelist corner. He makes funny videos.
Yeah, he's not very well known.
He's not very well known. And favorite actual known one would be Olympio, because he plays a lot of the decks I like. And he's got a very pleasant accent.
It's true. Favorite who isn't well known?
If you say me, I'll punch you.
David 1212.
Dead.
As far as kind of the bigger ones, I really enjoy Lithium 2300's videos. He's been doing the cross ban list tournaments and cups, and it's
What's up, guys?
And because I came into the game very late, I didn't get to see a lot of these full power Teledad and Goat control decks.
Well,
in full
it is
force.
interesting.
So it's very interesting to me to see how these decks all stack up against each other with the with the appropriate card pools. Okay, this is from Kaima Samune.
All right.
What would you say has been your biggest reason for making a Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube channel? So it's a couple parters. And when and how did you and Ryan meet? And how did the collaboration for YouTube start between you?
Well,
Go for it.
basically, Yugi No and I got to a dialogue. I don't really remember why.
I think you might have sent him a spirit deck profile.
Something like that. Yeah, I sent him I sent him a replay or a deck profile or something like that, and then I kind of got to talk to him about how you would do a channel and stuff, and I was like, you know what? Instead of sending my stuff to him, why don't I just make my own? That's pretty much what it was. As far as like the two of us, we were friends from college.
And I have a business minor, so like the business aspect of the back end of the YouTube channel kind of intrigued me. So I said, Dave, I'm helping you with your YouTube channel. And he's like, okay.
Okay.
So
I don't want to look at graphs anyway.
Analytics are fun. I also, made the Carla cartoony stuff, and my wife did the logo and everything. So we upped the quality for him. So we're the reason he's doing as good as he is.
I thank you guys very much.
What do you think will be hit on the next band list?
Okay. Probably the Performages.
Plush Fire and Damage Juggler, or if the OCG is any indication, I'd say those are probably the most likely to be hit on the next TCG ban list. The pluses are real for those cards.
And probably Ptolemaeus too.
Probably. I think the Draco rivals are probably still new and coming out with more support that I don't think they'd hit Luster. He would be another one.
Luster should probably get winged down to 1-2, but I don't think they would.
I don't think they would. What I want hit would be probably those three cards, just because of the advantage that the Pepe Draco rivals can
pump out
by destroying their own stuff.
Which is dumb.
It is. I mean, you summon Sorcerer, search 2, and then summon 2 because you destroyed. It's dumb. It's very dumb. So I would like to see them be more smart about their plays. Limiting Juggler and Plush Fire means they can't just Xe away them as easily. So
they're wasting resources.
They get one search, and then the Plush Fire they only get one search on the destruction. It makes them play smarter as opposed to just kind of I can do all the things. So that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
Screencasters asks,
Scrub.
what's your favorite segment you've ever done on your channel?
It would be my green screen videos because those are a lot of fun to make.
I think someone else asked when the next one's gonna be.
Probably try to do those once a month. They're a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I also have to know what to do. I have to have ideas, and so they take me about 2 weeks to do because I have to do other videos while I'm sitting on these and stuff like that. So probably try to do them once a month.
He also asked me. Notice that every time I do a deck profile, I have speedroids in them. I wouldn't say every time, but
It's every time.
the last two anyway. And if I was ever considered doing a full profile, full deck, I think I can definitely considered it. But I don't have the extra deck for them. They do require a lot of wind synchros that I am missing, that I really haven't been actively searching out to get.
Yeah, you only play decks you actually own.
Yeah, so yes and no. If I fall into a full deck, I'll definitely profile it for you. But I've been really enjoying the rank 3s and the levels modulation for other synchros than just their winds.
Sure.
Alright, so Underdog Duelist asks, for you, what is a good budget deck that is viable now? Maybe even under the radar, for instance, Constellars or something like that.
It's not Constellars.
No.
Well, I don't know. Like, probably like Deskbox or Batterymen right now because you
I
could.
think Deskbots are getting a card in Shining Victories too. That
Yeah, like
should
they're
help.
actually
I don't know
those two OTK decks are actually really good, and if you slap in some Performa Pals, you could probably you could push Batteryman a little quicker. And
I mean, I could even say we just picked up Harpies again. I would think Harpies are kind of underdog, especially with the pendulums being so prolific. With Hunting Ground, you can just pop their scales and
True,
I
and-
mean, you're gonna be destroying their spells and traps all the time.
All the
so
time.
that could be a potentially come from behind underdog deck.
sure.
For Mrs. 1212, what do you do for work, and who is your favorite friend of Davinators, i.e. Ryan or Yugi No No?
All right, we will go to the Katie clip.
Roll clip!
Caitlin, what do you do for work?
I'm playing Beauty in an off-Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast based on the original fairy tale story.
Okay, and what's your favorite friend of Davinators? Ryan or Yugi No No?
You guys seem to think Dave has friends. I guess if I had to choose, I don't know. Like, I love Ryan, but Ryan's married, so I can't flirt with Ryan.
But you can flirt with Yugi No No.
Hell yeah! But his girlfriend, she'll try to come after. But we do it completely naked in a mud bath and eventually find love. That's how it always works. Every time I fought a woman, it just ends in love.
Servine1212 asks, what are your thoughts on the new Amorphage deck? The
Anti-everything deck?
Floodgate.deck pendulum.
Other than that, I know that it's a bunch of floodgates. I have literally no opinion because I haven't looked into it yet because I tend to ignore all the OCG stuff.
As far as it goes, I've heard it. If you can get the lock off, it's very strong.
They got that cool
very
ritual.
Slow.
Is it?
Very slow. It's every turn you're tributing or destroying the scale. So if you don't get your lock right away, you're probably going to get outpaced. For Caitlin, what were your first impressions of Dave when you met him?
Katie clip.
What were your first impressions of me?
Aw, he's so cute. Friend zoned.
Oh, come on.
You eventually got out of it.
Galactic God asks,
Who's that?
some scrub. Galactic God asks, did you go to school to learn how to edit, or are you self-taught? And how long does it typically take to edit all of your effects into one of your videos?
I only hope that he's assuming that I'm very good at this, and he's asking the question, and not that I'm very bad at this, and he's probably that, and he's like, oh, did you go to school for that? Because,
Don't get your money back.
Actually, it's all self-taught. I just kind of muddled through it, and I use a program called VideoPad. It's like super cheap, but because it's so cheap, it's also super easy to use. Just it can only do so much, so I can kind of fake it. Like this whole thing back here, it's one button, the green screen button.
Recon911PDW asks, will
Alright.
you be making more character duels? And have you ever thought of doing a real-life duel using dual discs and special effects?
Well, yes and
Yes,
Yes.
and yes. However, this follow-up thought to that second question is, good God, that would take forever.
yes. I don't have the. I don't. As funny as it would be, and it would be as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stress that enough. It'd be a joke video. That would be a lot of work. I could probably figure out how to do it. I probably can't do it with this program though. As far as the character duel is concerned, though, this is something we've been talking about for a while. We actually want to do it. It's just that we've had other decks we wanted to do first. But yeah, we will do more.
The movie shelf.
Okay.
Movies, health. How did all three of you meet?
Well, like I said before, Ryan and I met in college, and Katie?
How did we meet?
We met on OkCupid.com,
Oh,
and I looked like my picture, but you didn't look like yours.
I catfished you.
Yeah, you totally did, but for the better.
Okay.
And then we met up at Tim Hortons and fell in love over black coffee and hot chocolate.
Understand.
I was the hot chocolate.
Lawrence Najim asks, who is better, you or Ryan?
Me.
But
Actually,
in all seriousness, I think he wins more. But that, I think, comes down to our play styles. I like combo-y OTK style decks that I can kind of do whatever I want, and his deck's like saying, no, you can't do anything. So
I play a bunch of control.
if I don't have the out to that, I feel like he wins more. I think he's also a little bit more risky with his plays, and they pay off more often. So
I'll make dumb plays just to go plus and to because I have nothing other to do, and like I'll benefit from it as opposed to making a safer play because I don't care. So I'm just like whatever.
Somber Terror 65 asks, do you think Cosmos are still good, or have they been overpowered by pendulum-based decks?
Well, I mean that's kind of a weird question because are they still good? Yes. Have they been overpowered by pendulum decks? Also, yes. Honestly, I still feel like maybe people are building Cosmos wrong, like
A little bit too OTK-centric.
OTK-ish, and the mechanic is so weird. Like, I feel like if we just kind of put our heads together, we could do something else with it. It might be okay, or it might be pretty good.
Yeah.
But even in my testing, it still just wants to just kind of keep daisy chaining, and that's okay. It's just it can get outpaced, so you just need to figure out a way to speed the deck up.
Yeah. Also, if you could bring back an old archetype into the meta with new support, which one would you bring?
Tunes! And I mean, like, good new support, not what they've been getting.
This field spell's great. It's like also the weakest link of the entire deck.
Yeah, they need the field spell to play, but
As soon as it's gone,
everyone
lost.
dies. Yeah, it's annoying.
And what did Dark Worlds do to you?
They play Drag Down to the Grave. If they didn't play that card, I wouldn't care so much. But like they like dump their whole hand. I'm gonna get on this. They dump their whole hand. They have like one card left. It's always like snow, and they're like drag down to the grave. I only got one card, and you're like, ah, fucker. And then they take all your good stuff out of your hand. I'm like, ah, it's that one card. I hate that deck so much.
The Dr. Phil recommendation was not far off.
Yeah.
Tristan Skoglund asked, if you could make one card, what would it be?
It'd be the one card I did make, the UA cheerleader.
The caster for UAs.
Yeah, she's a Evil Storm caster. When she's normal summoned, you gain another normal summon of a UA, and she's like a level 3 or whatever, 4 or whatever. I don't remember what we made her.
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. She's normal summonable, and she's just a regular UA, but she gives you the extra normal summon when she hits the field. So when you have the field spell, she gets you 2 searches.
And oh my gosh, that makes the deck playable.
It makes the deck work!
Very well. Do you think Yu-Gi-Oh! Will be playable on motorcycle, and do you think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pay to win, says Blue Falcon Wing?
Well, if we go get our motorcycle license from the college down the street,
Yeah.
we could try it.
Card games on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycles.
Jersey!
Also, it already is
Very much so.
pay to win.
Very much
it's
so.
not pay to play necessarily, or very low entry fee, because you could go
Especially with the structure decks. With the Magician and the Monarch structure decks, that's $30 for a functioning deck.
for a functioning, semi-meta deck. That's fine. You need some other cards to kind of make it better.
Sure.
But you could play with 3 structure decks. Trouble is, you can play with 3 structure decks. You can't win with 3 structure decks. You need to go out and buy an Infinity and some Solemn Strikes and all the other black and white cards that are super expensive. And it's like, it already is pay to win.
Ty Blake asks, what's the most... what do you enjoy the most about Yu-Gi-Oh? Is it deck building, opening product, dueling, going to tournaments?
Deck building.
Yeah.
It's fun, like, finding some gimmicky combo and trying to make a deck out of it.
Yeah. Roadbuster 1000 asks, what kind of archetype do you wish Konami would create? Like pirates or food archetype or something?
It'd be the food archetype. I would make Hungry Burger a playable archetype. It would be McDonald's.deck, and you have like continuous spells that are like the combos, like a combo 1 or a combo 2. And like a combo 1, if you have like Hungry Burger and Terror Fry and Acid Drink on the field, it does something.
So it's like a continuous. So it's like that Yang Zing continuous spell, where like the more Yang Zings you have in the grave, that gains effects. So like the different combos.
And then like combo 2 is like you need like evil chicken sandwich and stuff like that. It would be so much fun.
Nathaniel Lee asks, what are your top 5 favorite decks?
Back and forth.
Sure.
Number 1, Ultra Athletes.
Newest Odd Eyes Pendulum Magicians.
3, probably. One of my favorite decks has always been Spirits. But ever since Lavalval Chain got hit, there's some heartache there. But I really like Spirits.
I would say Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, that's a fun one. Yeah, especially with the new support.
Definitely with the new support.
Last but not least, probably Harpies. It was probably the first
It's the first one you took to the local.
one I took to a local tournament and did really well with. So,
You
yeah.
4-0'd at the time.
4-0'd. Woo!
Nicholas Fields asks, how old are you? And when did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? What's your best Yu-Gi-Oh memory and your favorite series?
I'm 26, and I've been playing since it first came out. 03, 02, whatever that was.
Okay.
I took a break during college, I guess. So I missed I stopped playing right when Synchros came out, and then started playing again right when XYZs were like in the middle of their run. Favorite series? I've only actually watched the original all the way through. I've watched some of 5Ds. That was pretty good, but I guess the original. But that's kind of a skewed opinion.
No, I would say the abridged series is
No,
my favorite series.
That one. It's that one. It's
of actual series.
Little
yeah.
Karibos.
5Ds was good. That's the only other one I've watched. And I like that one because I could actually follow along, and the cards actually did what they do in
Just
real
make it
life.
up.
They didn't like catapult turtle into a floating castle to
Smush all the mod. Yeah, it doesn't work.
No. And we're not from Canada.
Yeah.
Eh.
What? Is that
I mean,
because
we're close. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have like some sort of an accent?
I don't know. I live in America. I've been here America my entire life.
I mean, technically, Canada is America. It's North America.
North America. I think it's because we live in upstate New York and
Yeah.
we're close enough to Canada that maybe to other people we sound kind of Canada-ish, Canadian-ish.
I mean, I don't know. What's
My milk don't come in no bag.
The Class B asks, "Are you any good at Yu-Gi-Oh?"
No.
UA Benchwarmer asks, "What kind of camera do you use?"
You a bench warmer. It's a Kodak Play Sport.
It's a bad camera.
It's a bad camera. It looks like a phone.
It's barely HD.
It's cheap. It's probably been adjusting levels this whole time.
Michael Anzelovic asks, "Can you and your girlfriend do something sexy right now?"
Sure.
Hey, Kaylin. Do something sexy right now.
The Mad Wasp asks, "Do you have anything against wasps? If so, why? What did my species ever do to you?"
We were disc golfing once, and
yeah.
I threw a disc and under a tree, and I went under the tree. All of a sudden, something bop right in the top of the head. I was like, "What was that? Ow!" And then there was a bunch of those big black ones,
Oh yeah.
and I was like,
It
"Ah!"
was-
And I went
They were
to go.
tenacious.
I went to go get back my disc, and it stung me again. I was like, "What is going on?" And then I realized there was a nest in the tree, and I was too close to their nest. But yeah, that thing hurt
They
like hell.
disrupted our disc golf game.
Yeah. Also, Kaylin.
Hey, Kaylin.
What?
What are your opinion of wasps?
Why do you keep recording me in my underwear?
Seriously though, wasps.
They suck. I don't know.
Why do you think they suck?
They suck because they're nasty. And then I'm minding my own business, just walking around. I'm like 6, and then I fall into a wasp nest that was on the fucking ground, and then they all come out and they sting me. I had over 100 stings. I don't like wasps.
The Duelist Corner asks,
Oh, cool.
First pet's name, mother's maiden name, social security number.
Okay. Well.
Real question, if you could make a living doing Yu-Gi tubing, would you?
Of course, it's a lot of fun, and it's not horridly hard. Not to toot my own horn, it's actually pretty easy. I probably put in more effort as far as effects and hooey than I really probably need to, and I really would. But it takes forever to get anything back on your investment. You got to get up to 10,000 subscribers before you can even start making a paycheck that you could consider livable.
Or more than that.
I
think like 3 times that, actually.
So, yeah, I would do it if I had a big nest egg I was willing to live off on for a few months. Because if I didn't have a job, I would I would just blow through videos all the time, and it probably would work a little bit.
Dragoonity182 asks, what type of music do you like? Because I just assume you listen to Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie soundtrack 24/7.
It is all I listen to. It's great. I'm only one card short, only one day late. Time to ride up something, celebrate.
Well, clearly you don't listen to it 24/7 because you don't know the words.
Face up, face down, attack or defend.
Emmy Zamora asks, what is your favorite card artwork? And also, Super Bowl pick. Card artwork?
I like Magi Magician Girl.
You're such a dude.
She looks cool.
Yeah. I think... Oh, that Ghost Rare Black Rose Dragon is pretty cool.
That is.
The Crush cards and like the Deck Devastation Virus Strain, those have pretty cool artwork.
Strain.
See what I did there?
Yeah,
See what I did there?
Katie?
What's your favorite card artwork?
Good question.
Also, Vogue.
Okay. What is my favorite card artwork? Cosmos.
Okay.
Because I love Wizard of Oz and I love Star Wars, and the two mushed together is pretty awesome. I would frame it. That's how much I like it.
As far as a Super Bowl, I would love to see Peyton Manning win. I think that would. I don't know that he would come back necessarily again. He's getting pretty old, so I would love to see him go out with a
Get one last.
get a nice
run.
huzzah. However, I do think the Panthers will win. They are. I think their offense is better than the Denver defense. Sorry, Steve.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that long, meandering video.
Good on ya for sticking with it the whole time.
Sticking on it.
Sorry.
Thank you for Caitlin for recording some of that stuff for me, so that she could be here for this, even though she kind of wasn't technically. And also, thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just as surprised as you are.
Asshole. I'm really thankful to you guys for kind of supporting me with this. I would really like to get to 5, so let's keep chugging along. And remember, guys, if you don't troll the meta, who will? I'll see you guys at 5,000 subscribers.
Or next video.
No, next video 5,000. This video 3,000.